Welcome back, everyone. I'm Drew with Man of Flare Gaming, and now that my case is complete, I kind of wanted to do a recap video just to kind of get an idea. How did we do? How did we do on 6 total boxes? How did we do? So, one thing, this is all new to me. This is the first case I've ever cracked. So, what I really wanted to find out by doing this is kind of digging into the numbers. What did I do? What did I get? Did I make enough money to justify doing this in the future? Did I? Does this make sense to do for me? Now, I'm going to leaf through these while I talk a little bit, just to kind of show you how I sat. But to be completely honest, I did okay. But I feel like I did really well on the boxes to just get to okay. I hit the Uro. I hit the mythics, the foils. I got the foils are beautiful, but these aren't worth anything. The Nyx Bloom Ancient. These things are beautiful cards. They really, really are beautiful cards. The Uro is really what put me over the top. The Uro and the Nyx Bloom Ancient on the foil. Now, as it sits, I paid $5.15 for this case. No tax, no shipping. I made about $5.11. And that's TCG Player Mid. That's without eBay fees, anything like that. So, if I really wanted to take a look here, let me get into my calculator real quick. If I made 511 times 0.87, I can only make $444 off of this if I sell everything on eBay. Now, that's just the rares, the mythics, and the foils. Will they all sell? No. Will they all go up, down, whatever? No. But I will sell other stuff. There will be more from this set that I sell. So in the long run, I'm going to come out just under or break even on this case. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is actually how consistent. When you open one box or two boxes, you get clumps, you miss cards, there's big misses. But when you open a whole case, what I see is pretty consistent. Pretty much every rare I got 3 or 4 of. There's all your temples. It's really consistent across the board. I got 27 mythics. Now, did I get 4 mythics in every box? No. Did I get 7 No. It was consistent. It was 4 or 5 in every box. So, it's consistency. The fact that we actually have consistency across everything. Now, I did open 7 total. See, I only got 1 of this Eat to Extinction, though. That's kind of weird. But across the board, for the most part, it is very consistent. I did open 7 boxes, so I did open a complete set, but I did not separate the... I take that back. I use an Excel spreadsheet to catalog all of my stuff. When I put them into the spreadsheet, I didn't separate what was the case and what was the single pre-release box. So I did pull a whole set. I don't know if I missed anything in the case, though. The ones I was missing from the first box, I definitely got in this in the case. So, good thing for me is I do trade with a few people. My best friend John Kalo, we'll trade some cards. I'll have some extras that he needs. He collects the set, same as me. I'll have some extra cards that he needs. David Smith, I'm going to put together a complete set of what extras I have for him at a discounted rate because he's not going through eBay. eBay will nick you for about 10 to 13%. You know, eBay hits you for 10%, then PayPal hits you for another 3%. Then you have to pay to ship the cards, which technically with the cost of ink, you know, a piece of paper, an envelope, a stamp, I count that at about 50 cents because I can get the stamps online for somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 to 40 cents. So right around $1 for everything. So, you know, it doesn't make a whole lot of profit on the smaller cards. Now here's a card I wanted to talk about. In talking with my best friend John, he opened 3 boxes. His friend from where he lives opened 3 boxes. They got 0 Ox of Agonuses across all 3 boxes, or all 6 boxes. I'm sorry. I only opened 1 in 7 boxes. So that's a little concerning to me. Is, you know, rarity on something like that really kind of bothers me when you don't see even distribution. But other than that, you know, I did only get 1 mythic, one of a few mythics in a lot of these slots. But once again, if I go back to that consistency thing, the one thing that I really why I think that this isn't a great idea to open these cases is I feel like I did really well. You'll see when I get to some of the bigger dollar cards. You know, it was buoyed here by the Uro and the Nyx Bloom Ancient. On these cards, I ended up with a couple of Elspeths, a couple of Heliod's. So that right there is going to buoy you up. 3 Idyllic Tutors. You know, I thought I got a ton of these. You know, it's weird how they feel clumped when you open them. The Allure of the Unknown. I felt like I opened a bunch of them, but I only opened 4. A couple Ashiok's. You know, 4 Atriuses. Calyx. Dalikos. It's really startling how consistent it is across a case when you get 3 or 4 of everything. Same with this girl, Galia. I feel like I opened a ton. I only opened 4. Just because they came clumped. And Haktos, I felt like I didn't open any. I ended up with 3. So here's the now we're getting into the big boys here. We've got 2 Clothices, 2 Croxus, 4 of those, Polakranos, 2 Uros. That really helped me out there. Now, I got a couple of these uncommons back here, so I'm just going to kind of skip by them. Did get a Nylea in the showcase, which is really nice. Got a Perforos, got a Heliod, got a Clothice, and I got a Calyx. Extended border there. Borderless, however they want to say it. Now, one thing that I hear a lot, you know, a lot of people were saying how expensive Standard is to play, and it honest to God, it is. But I think that my honest opinion is that Wizards of the Coast heard everyone saying, you know what, Standard is really expensive to play. So they released these other products like the promo packs and the collector's packs to let the people with money buy into some of these other products, to complete sets, to build and to bling out their decks. And this product here is going to be your basic stuff. It's not going to be worth a ton, I believe. Now I could be way off base, but you know, collecting baseball cards back in the 90s and early 2000s, I know for a fact that nothing that I bought back then is worth anything. You know, I have some cards numbered at a 10. It's worth like $5. You know, what they're doing, and I believe this is what they're doing, and once again, I may be way off base, but they're trying to press down on the prices of your standard draft booster boxes to keep the prices low, to keep Standard reasonable. Now, where this is going to backfire is you've got your Uros. That thing's sitting at $22 right now. You've got Heliod, $17. There are still going to be big cards in here that are going to be worth a lot of money that's going to make Standard not as attractive to newer players or maybe younger players that don't have the money to sink in. Now, Grant's going to be lucky when he grows up. If he really wants to play Magic, he can go ahead and play with any card I have. You know, and you know, it's one of those things that he's going to pretty much have access to any of these cards. But for a lot of young kids, their parents aren't going to do that for them. You know, maybe their parents don't understand Magic or want to play Magic. And, you know, kids really like this alternate art and this darker style. It's intriguing to younger kids. So, at least at this point, that's what I think. Now, once again, I'm old, so I may be way off base on that. But, unfortunately, I guess my whole point with that is I think that they're trying to press the prices of Standard down by releasing your promo packs and your collector's boxes, which you know, have your extended, alternate, foil stamp, foiled, borderless, crazy showcase, all this other stuff. Yeah, it's worth some money now, but it's not going to be worth a ton of money later. And from what I've seen in the past with the baseball card market, you know, all these extra cards are just cardboard. They're not worth a darn thing anymore. So I really hope, you know, you've got your 89 Upper Deck Ken Griffey's and things like that there's printed to oblivion, and they're worth, I don't know what a Ken Griffey rookie's worth, but it's probably $4 or $5. I went digging through some cards the other day, and I found an 86 Topps Traded Barry Bonds, which was worth like $50 in its prime, near mint. I went on eBay. It's like $3. So, I mean, you know, I have a big fear that this is going to backfire, and the value of these cards is not going to be what we think it's going to be. I mean, for playing the game, that's good. That gives us the ability to go. If I want to buy 4 Labyrinth of Scophoses, I don't have to buy an extended foil, you know, crazy border, anything like that. I can just buy the regular one for a couple bucks. So yeah, it's got its ups and its downs. I'm hoping that the ups are better than the downs, but only time will tell. No one can know the difference at this point in time. So that's it. Once again, just a quick 10-12 minute video to kind of go over my results from this box. And as of a little under a week into release, I made about, you know, TCG Player Mid is going to be right around $511, and that's just on the rares and mythics and foil rares and mythics. That does not include the lands. That doesn't include any of the other stuff. So, hope this was informative. If you got any questions, feel free to message me or hit me up. Don't be afraid to leave a like. Don't be afraid to subscribe. I will be making more, so stay tuned. And I'll be introducing Grant and Cole a little more. I know we're working on a couple things with Grant, you know, keeping his hands out under the camera where people can see the cards. Cole can't read as good as Grant can. He's only 7, so he just loves to rip the packs and hand them to me. So I'll indulge both of them. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a great day.